this little video will give you an idea of how to edit your player rankings in Yahoo Fantasy Football in order to have them set up for a automatic draft. So here we go. Once you log into your team page, which is basically just putting in your username and password, you'll come up with this: my teams and my leagues, and you want to click on your team that you want to edit. You'll come up with this screen here. It'll say your roster will remain empty until after your league's draft. Until then, feel free to edit your pre-draft player rankings. That's what we're going to do here. Alright, so you see the pre-draft player rankings here. We've got the top 25 according to what Yahoo experts consider them. Of course, you can change them however you so choose. Most people do tend to adjust them for whatever reason. It tends to be fairly heavy in running backs, according to the scoring system in Yahoo and most other fantasy leagues. Running backs are the primary players. However, you can definitely opt to, recruit to draft a quarterback first or a wide receiver. I would advise against drafting either a defense or a tight end or a kicker really early, just because they tend to be less of point scorers for you in most fantasy leagues. But anyway, we'll go into edit my rankings, and what we'll do is, if there's any players you want to exclude for sure, say you just you know that the person is, while they're on the list, they have a serious injury, or they're in a negotiating deal where they may miss a few games because they're dealing with contract issues, you may want to exclude those players. Or for whatever reason, if there's any reason you want to exclude a player, you just, let's say here, for example, we'll just say Jamal Charles. You want to exclude him for whatever reason. You just click this arrow here. It'll put him on the exclude list. Next thing you want to do is, if you don't want to exclude players, that's fine. If you do, whatever. But the next thing you want to do here is you want to put your list of players that you want to draft, ideally. You may not get all of them, but you will get some of them for sure. And once you run out of players on your list, so you should probably come up with a list of 30 to 40 players at least. Once you come up or run out of players on your list, the system will draft for you based on the best available players for positions you need to fill. So, for example, just being a Steelers guy, we'll just say I want to draft Rashard Mendenhall as my #1 pick, which will not be the case, but this is, of course, just for an example. So I'll slide him over here to there, and I want to make Aaron Rodgers the quarterback, my 2nd pick. Same thing. We'll just go down a line like that. However, what you might want to do is you can sort players by rank, but you'll want to do this if you want to switch between positions specifically, because this is just the top 25, or you can go to the top 100, top 50, or all of them. You want to switch to different positions specifically, you go to, okay, wide receivers. It'll show, oops, I'm not sure what we're having a little trouble there, but we'll try that again. There we go. Now to go to a list of your top 25 wide receivers, or of course you could set the top 100, top 500, or all. Let's say I like Roddy White. slide him over to here. We'll say, just for the sake of argument, you want him to be your top draft pick. Then you'll just save your player rankings. He's saved in over here, so you won't lose him. We'll go with Richard Mendenhall again, just for example purposes. Slide him over to number 2. Now that I'm back on the list of all players. Save that again. It'll by default take you back to the list of all players. So you'll want to fill this up in an order that you would prefer to draft your players, and just simply click save when you're done. And we'll go back to pre-draft player rankings, and as you can see, they've been adjusted to reflect my preferences, which I only put in the 2, but that's how the process works. And that's about it.